How about the best group you've ever golfed with?
Oof.
Or let me rephrase it. The most interesting group?
I'd put two, and there's one overlap with the two of them. I was lucky enough to play golf in the last year of President Obama's administration. We played a number of times together. And don't be too impressed. He liked the country club, the Caves Valley. I'm on the board there, so I'd bring him out to Caves. Then I got to play with him a few times.
I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah, it's a good golf course. And then other times we'd go to like the Army Navy course, which was a little different than Caves too, but it's where the president would play. And so, but one time we got to play down at Dallas National, and it was myself, President Obama, Steph Curry, and Jordan Spieth. And so that was a pretty good foursome. Here was the problem. It was me and Jordan versus Steph and the president. So he definitely, he sandbags, and he can make you feel comfortable with him. And you have to remember, like, oh yes, sir, because he's a world class at sort of talking or getting in your head.
Oh, is he?
Oh yes, you have to be able to work through that. But he knows the right buttons to push.
And does he want you to, like, do you still use the formalities when you're on the golf course with him, or can you, like, properly shoot the
Yeah, I mean, there's a good story once where it was like we were playing up at in Nantucket at the President's got a course up there, and we've known each other for years at this point, and we turned 9 holes, coming off of 9, and I sunk a long putt to like win the hole on number 9. So we come around, and then you grab something at the snack, and then all of a sudden, like I walk up to the tee, and all of a sudden he's putting the ball down, and I was like, oh, I guess presidential privilege leads to the first tee too. Huh. And then I turn around, and there's like a crowd of people like on the other side that I hadn't seen. And he just looks at me, and he's just like, I'm trying to get away from them. And he's pissed about the hole still, but he's kind of like, you're walking a very thin line. I was like, oh yes, sir, Mr. President. Very deferential and all good with that. That was one good one. And then I was lucky enough to play at Augusta with an incredible foursome that included a guy named Jimmy Dunne, who's the chairman of Seminole and belongs to more golf courses than I have on 2 hands. An outstanding human being, a patriot, a hero, just a great man. But he had Jordan Spieth, Tom Brady, Jimmy Dunne, and myself. So Jimmy's one of the greatest all time. I say I'm a good storyteller. Jimmy's the best. So that was a lot of fun on that day too. And just the competitiveness of a Brady who's literally thinking like, I'm going to beat Jordan, who I think at the time we played is, right in the thick of the Masters hunts too. So, but life's more than just a game of golf, but it's a pretty good metaphor for the things that you have and you find in life too.